didn't know nothing about this, but girl, I acted like I did and I faked the funk like I did, okay, period. Because that's what you gotta do. I look forward to living this life with y'all. So cheers to that.
I always wanted to, but it's that you got something real, I think. You wanna get with me, stop. Yes, I'm hurting.
What is up? It is your girl TheeRawestJo. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to be tapped in with all my new and upcoming videos. Period. As I can tell by the title, this video is going, or story time, I should say. This story time is going to consist of 5 of my favorite lives that I've lived. I'm like, girl, what does that even mean? So, in my 25 years of living, I feel like I've lived at least probably like 8 to 10 lives. In a sense of like different phases, seasons of my life that are just so polar opposite or parallel. I don't know if that's the right word. Parallel, I think it's like side by side, so the same. So opposite, polar opposites to each other. I done went from being a scientist to being a city girl to being a celebrity DJ girlfriend to being a sorority girl. Like, girl, you name it. I'm not gonna lie. Everything, I ain't gonna say girl, you name it, because I ain't been too out there, if you know what I mean. But I've lived a lot of lives. And some were worse than others, but there were some that I really, really love. Not love, but I really, really have good memories on. When I look back and reflect, I'm like, wow, I really did that. So much so, I almost forget. I almost forget everything I've done. I forget all the activities I've taken place in. But anyway, girl, enough of that, girl. We got us some gummy Skittles, sour gummy Skittles. My friend just put me onto these, and I see what they are fan. Then we have us some pink Moscato wine, girl, because you know me, all the pretty girls drink wine. If you don't drink, if you're under the age of 21, don't. But for the rest of us, cheers. If it feels like I'm talking with a lisp, I have like a retainer in my mouth, and that's just, you know how that goes. Right, enough of the small talk, let's get to it. Let me show you my little bodysuit since y'all can't see the whole fit. And then the back be out. Yeah. So let's get into the top 5 lives that I've lived. And yes, these are in order from the number one is gonna be the one that I like the most. Okay, yeah, so let's get into it. The first life that I lived, that I really, you know, I would probably say number 5 on the top 5 list is probably my life as an athlete or as a dancer. All high school, I played basketball like since middle school through high school. I was a cheerleader through middle school through high school. I played volleyball through middle school through high school. Then when I went to college, I played, what did I do in college? Oh no, I went to college and I cheered. I could have played basketball. One of the girls basketball team members seen me play. Like we were just playing, shooting in the gym. She like, oh nah girl, you can really play. I'm like, yeah, I know. Probably when I went to college, I was a cheerleader and then I did dance. So probably my athlete dancer life was probably definitely top 5 because the body was T. My body was probably in the best. My body is T now, no cap. But my body was T. I'm talking T. Like all my cheer mates, whatever you want to call them, would be like, girl, they would, literally, we would change. I don't know if this is weird, but when we would change for like games and stuff, they would be like, girl, I wish I had your stomach. You don't have no body fat. Like, and I didn't even realize that. I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, my body was probably the best it had ever been when I was an athlete and a dancer. And mental, I feel like, was so much better. So I will say, like, doing sports and things of that nature, like it is good for your mental health. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because it keeps you busy and then the social aspect of it and, you know, whatnot. But yeah, that was probably in the top 5. Top 5 would probably be when I was the athlete dancer because that was, my body was the best and I feel like my mental probably was the best. Number 4, and this one was kind of a hard one because I really enjoyed this life. Probably was when I was a DJ/club promoter's girlfriend. That was the life that I lived. Girl, when I tell you I had this little rendezvous, well not rendezvous, but it was a summer, I don't talk too much, but it was a summer, around summertime, one of these summers, and I had met this DJ and we like, it was one of those type of things where we met first day and didn't stop linking since. We linked every day since then. So when I tell you like, girl, I had never really been in like the club scene. That was just never my like cup of tea. We got together, it would be like, and this was summertime, y'all. He had to go perform at a club or something like Friday night. And this is literally how it happened. I was sitting on my couch Friday. Me and him was texting after like linking a couple days ago. Me and him was texting. He was like, what you doing? I'm like sitting on my couch. He like, come here and let me know when you get here. So I'm like, okay. So girl, I put on a little jumpsuit. I ain't thinking nothing of it. I put on a little, now mind you, I knew what was going on. I knew he was performing, like I'm not slow. I put on a little jumpsuit, I go. He meet me outside, and we at like one of the biggest clubs in Richmond. He meet me outside, and I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? He like, bet. He comes to get me from my car. There's a line of people, like a line of people waiting to get in. We just walk up. I'm walking up with him hand in hand. We just walking up. We walk in. The security and all that dap him up, and we get in there. They don't ask me for no ID. They don't ask me if I'm 21. They don't ask me for no fee. They don't ask me for none of that. We get in there, everybody just speaking to him. Nobody, like people see me, but they're like, hey, how you doing? But like, I'm just walking with him. Like, I don't know, I'm just here. And I can tell people are looking like, where'd she come from? You know what I'm saying? Because this is not my scene. Girl, we got there, was up in the DJ booth, and I'm just up there with my little drink. He asked me, do I want shots? I'm just sitting there like, yeah, and I'm just sitting there being pretty beside him, just. I mean, girl, I didn't know nothing about this, but girl, acting like I did, and I faked the funk like I did, okay, period. Because that's what you got to do. I didn't have to pay for anything. Like, when I was with him, like, we just, when it came to, like, drinking, like, I don't know, it was just party for the summer. For a month straight, just parties, kickbacks, clubs, another club. Party, traveling, resorts. And what was that? I think it was Williamsburg or somewhere. I'm like in Williamsburg or some resort. I don't even know what's going on. It's a big, huge house with like 4 niggas. One of the niggas is mine. They in there making music or something in the studio. Girl, I don't know nothing. I'm around rappers. I don't even know our rappers because I'm just so green to this world. I don't know nothing about this world. So girl, when I tell you I didn't want for nothing when it came to like the party life, it was just such a different life than I was used to. Like, girl, I felt like I was literally living a rock star lifestyle, and it wasn't even that rock star, girl, because we didn't even go out the state. I was literally feeling like I was living a rock star lifestyle for like a month. I lie to you not. That's why it's my number 4. I swear. Third life, and probably my top 3 life that I've lived, was my sorority college girl life. For one, it took a vast amount of time. It was like 4 or 5 years of my life. Yikes! For 2, it was just so much took place, good and bad. I'm so appreciative for that life. Of course, y'all know I was the president of my sorority. And with that, what I didn't realize is it came with a lot of influence, which I appreciate, but now hindsight, looking back, I wish I had have like really not taken advantage, but like used that to my benefit. Really, like, I wish I just knew the amount of influence that I had, but then again, maybe I did. Maybe I shouldn't have known. Maybe it was meant that I didn't know, because then maybe I would have got prideful. So I don't know, we'll leave that alone. I was very popular, had a lot of influence. Everyone pretty much knew me. Of course, you know, like college girl life was like partying on the weekends. If you find the right kind of friends. Once I got in that sorority aspect of it, girl, it was like every day of the weekend, it was something to do. It was darties, like day parties, frat parties, mixers, beach weeks, frats, beach weeks. Day parties, like I just can't even say it. Like we had hosted so many, girl, I did cookouts, like girl. That's one thing about me, like if I wanted to be like a promoter or be really like this party promoter type of girl, find all the baddies, all the rich niggas come here, I really could, but it's just like, I don't care enough. No, literally, probably that sorority, that college girl life, girl. I'm not gonna say nights I can't remember because I want that turned up, but girl, that was a life. That was a life. Everyone pretty much knew me, which is a good and bad thing. Because a lot of people can know you, but they might not necessarily like you. With that came a lot of like petty beefs with females. And to me now, I'm like, I call it petty beef because what we're beefing about is petty, but the smoke that's coming behind it is about to be heavy. Me, I was like, it's petty, you're mad because I'm pretty. I don't know, like whatever you're mad about, it can be that, but you will start a war. There was a war. Anyway, let's move on. The sorority college girl life probably will be in my top 3 just because, like I said, it was just so many memorable memories, like good and bad. It's just it was low-key lit. Like, girl, if I could go back to just being a college sorority girl, I would do it. Probably reshape it, revamp it a little bit more, like do it my own way. But girl, top three for sure. This is going by faster than I thought. But next, we're in the top 2. The top 2 life that I lived was the city girl life. Now, this one is similar to the DJ promoter life, but this one's better, girl. This is the summer or so before meeting the DJ promoter, whatever. I had this friend that I was working with at a sneaker store, and she was really, really popular. She probably still is, but really, really popular, right? And we just clicked, working together. Mind you, I didn't really know nothing about like social media, girls being like influencers, like popular on social media. I didn't know nothing about that. So when I'm hanging with this girl, I'm just hanging with her like, I'm just like, she's a good girl, she's cool, she's sweet, she's cool. I don't get no weird vibes. I'm not hanging with her thinking like, oh my gosh, she got 20,000 followers on Instagram. Because again, y'all, this is not my life. I'm green. Can y'all see my part? Okay, because she there. She started putting me on to like wigs and just like different things, like how to do hair, stuff like that. And then we just started hanging out. Like literally we hung out every single day for the whole summer. We would be going to work together, like everything. Like, girl, that was my girl. Like Miami and JT. For real. Shout out to you, Sherelle. We was working together, and then we started going out. And y'all know I wasn't really like a club type of girl, but type of girl she really wasn't a club type of girl either. But it was like because she was popular, people wanted to be around her, so people would invite her places. So we would go. And girl, when I tell you, like one time we went to a club, I think in Richmond, we was in some rapper section. I didn't even know who the rapper was. Girl, just so green. But we was in some rapper section. We didn't have to pay. We got in like through the back door because the rapper's manager let us in. Was in this section, just sitting there drinking, smoking hookah, like girl, a vibe on the stage with the rapper in the back. Like, girl, this is the life I live. I have video. I might insert. Yeah, girl, that was the life. We would take trips. Like one time we went to the 7-5. Again, was in some section in some club I had no clue about. My insert date here too. Yeah, girl, like we was really living that life. Like at that time, wigs was all that mattered. Wigs was all that mattered. She's the one who taught me how to do hair. She was the one who taught me how to lay a frontal. At that time, wigs was all that mattered. That was my first time dealing with a hood nigga. Because at that time, I was working at a sneaker store that was already relatively like hood. You know what I mean? Already relatively like serving the hood community. And then I got put on with the frontals and stuff, girl. They seen me. They said, girl, what the hell happened to you? Girl, I came in there with a gray wig on. That was the first wig I ever had. I came in there with a gray wig on, girl. I walked all about 2 hood niggas' numbers. And I think a man gave me $100 just for folding his shirt and putting it in the bag. I'm lying to you not, girl. This was a life. Y'all think girls is lying about the life they live? No, this girl's really living like that. This girl's really living like that, living that life, girl. So catch up. I met rappers like, girl, one time we went to some club and was in a section. Girl, I ended up texting a rapper. I probably could text a rapper, he probably don't got the same number though. And it was because this was not my world. People can tell when this is not your world, and when you're kind of like new, innocent, it's kind of like niggas gonna be on you because it's like you don't know nothing about, you know what I mean? Like you're new, you're green. What's up with you? Or they'll eat you alive if you ain't careful. So yes, girl, literally that was probably my top 2 lives. My top 2nd life, whatever you want to call it. Top 2 in the life I've lived. Because girl, yes, like me and girl, we was outside. You understand what I'm telling you? We was outside. It's so much I want to say about it, but I can't, y'all. I can't because it's some. We was outside. That's what I'm telling you. Like, girl. Ooh, that's such an era. I can't remember what summer that was, but that was such an era. Oh, we had the number 1. Really, really went fast. I'm not mad at it though, but number 1. Top life that I've lived, I would probably have to say would be, I'm not gonna like the top life that I've lived, I would probably have to say is the life I'm living now. I know you're probably gonna be like, but not for real, girl. Like the life that I'm living now, I feel like I'm in my own apartment. I'm taking care of myself. I work a job. I look pretty. My soul is clean. Like, life is cool. I'm, you know, talking to somebody that's kind of making me happy and bringing happiness to my life. I have life, health, strength, my relationship with God. Like, I don't know, this probably is one of the best lives that I've lived thus far. Just being able to take care of myself and really like be talking about like future plans, like really be thinking about my future in the sense of like being a wife, a mother. Like, it's crazy. Although things aren't perfect and like everything isn't, I'm just grateful that this is the life that I'm living, especially just reflected on the lives that, like I said, that I've lived. The ones me and you have went over, or you and I, we went over just now. Thankfully, those are lives that, you know, are on the good side of things, but even with those come negatives, even with those come the bad. I've had some lives that I wouldn't go back and discuss and highlight and talk about here, but I am grateful for those lives, the top 4 lives that I've talked about, but also for this life that I've lived now. You know, a lot of y'all know I moved from Charlotte last year, came back here, and had to like revamp, redo, recalculate, realign everything. And I'm just grateful that I'm not where I was even just last year. Because girl, last year I was ready to crash out. And this year I don't want to body, but I will lash out. Now, for on a serious note, I am thankful for this life that I live. This is probably the best life that I've had. And I'm just looking forward to the future life that I have to come. I don't know what to expect down this road. None of us do, but just take it a day at a time. And yeah, I look forward to living this life with y'all. So cheers to that. If you like this video and you want more videos like this, you want to see more content, or you really just want to see me, more me, be sure to like, comment, subscribe to be tapped in with all my new and upcoming videos. And do not forget, it is TheeRawestJo. If you're new here, thank you for watching. Welcome. If you're a returner, you already know how I feel about you. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all so much for the support. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, love. Peace.
You try to come back when you faint. I always wanted you, but it's that you got something real, I think.